I need to tell you something about the person you love. It's something that can change everything between you two. Are you ready to hear what she might never have been able to say? Do not ignore this. It could be the key to understanding the feelings at stake. Did you know that some things are not said but can be felt? There are words that the person you love might have kept for a long time, emotions she never managed to translate into gestures or declarations. This moment now is about that. There's no room for doubts or half-truths, only the desire to reveal something that can change the way you see what you have together. You know that look that sometimes lasts longer than usual? Or the silence that arises at moments when you expected a word. They hide more than you imagine. Her heart carries feelings that maybe you have not fully noticed or perhaps ignored out of fear that what was coming would be too much to handle. What if this is the moment to understand everything? What I'm going to tell you isn't just about words but about intentions. It's about what lies behind every gesture she has ever made towards you, from the small details you might have considered insignificant to the most intense moments that perhaps went unnoticed. There are messages that are not said with the mouth, but with the soul, and today you will understand what they mean. There is a truth that until now has been hidden, not because she wanted to hide it from you, but because sometimes the depth of the feelings we carry doesn't find an easy way to be expressed. Every moment she hesitated to speak, every pause loaded with tension, every gesture that seemed simple, all of this carries a story that you need to hear, and that could redefine what it means to be by her side. After all, have you ever stopped to wonder what she truly feels when she looks at you? Not what she shows, but what pulses inside, in the most vulnerable parts of her heart. Maybe she is waiting for the right moment to say it, or maybe she is afraid that you are not ready to hear it. But one thing is certain, what is hidden cannot remain so forever. There is something at stake here, something that is not small, something that can change what you have today and what you can build together in the future. What she feels is bigger than loose words can express. That's why she chose gestures. The longer touch, the conversations that end with smiles that say more than any phrase could. Did you notice? Did you realize there is a pattern, a rhythm? These moments are clues, fragments of something much bigger. And now I want you to ask yourself, are you ready to see beyond the obvious? Are you ready to listen, not with your ears, but with your heart? Because what I'm going to tell you can be a game changer. It can bring to light what was silent, just waiting for the right moment to be revealed. This is not just about what she feels. It is about how you are going to deal with it. It's about how you are going to turn this revelation into an opportunity to strengthen what you have. Do you remember the last time she surprised you with something that didn't make sense at the moment? An unexpected gift, a phrase spoken amid the chaos of the day, a look loaded with emotion when you were distracted. All of this is part of a message that you need to decipher. Because for her, these moments are more than random actions. They are ways of saying what she may not yet have been able to translate into clear words, and there's a reason for that. She is afraid that by exposing what she feels, you won't feel the same. Afraid that the bond you two have built will be shaken instead of strengthened. Or perhaps she fears everything will change, and let's be honest, changes can be scary, even when they are for the better. But the truth is, right now, she is hoping that you are ready to understand. So I need to ask you, are you willing to listen? Are you willing to open your eyes to see what has always been there but you haven't noticed? Because what is coming won't be an ordinary confession. It will be a piece of her soul being placed in your hands, and that requires something from you. It requires you to listen attentively. It requires you not to judge but to embrace. This revelation is not about hurting or turning everything into a burden. On the contrary, it's about liberation. It's about creating space for you both to connect on a level that, until now, seemed unattainable. But for this to happen, you need to be ready. Ready to accept that her vulnerability is a gift, a rare gift which cannot be discarded or treated carelessly. After all, what she feels for you is deeper than you imagine. It's not just about love or admiration. It's about how you changed her world, how you, with your own gestures and words, planted something in her heart that grew silently, but with strength. Now it's time for you to know this. What comes next depends on you. Because what she has to say might be something you've waited your whole life to hear, or it could be something you didn't even know you needed, but that will fill a space inside you that felt empty. Are you ready to open this chapter? Because one thing is certain, after this, nothing will be the same. I know you might be feeling a mix of curiosity and apprehension right now. That's natural. Knowing that something important is about to be revealed stirs us up. But I need you to focus, to open your mind and heart to what I'm about to tell you. Because what's coming is not just a message, it's a key that can open doors you never imagined crossing together. Have you noticed how in some moments, silence speaks louder than any conversation? Maybe she fell silent when you expected answers. Maybe she changed the subject when the conversation seemed to be heading towards something more serious. But I assure you, it was not by chance. She wasn't avoiding the topic, she was waiting for the right moment. And now that moment has arrived. What she feels for you transcends the ordinary. It's not just affection or passion. It's something deeper, more visceral. It's something that consumes thoughts, that makes the heart race in unexpected moments. And she knows this. She knows that what she feels is big enough to change the way you see each other, how you touch each other, how you share life. But as strong as it is, there is insecurity, because opening the heart is not an easy act. It's not just about saying I love you or you are important to me. It's about showing vulnerabilities, fears, hopes that until now were hidden. And that requires courage. It also requires trust. Trust that you will listen with an open heart, without judgment. Do you realize the weight of this? Do you realize it's not just a simple conversation? It's about her exposing parts of herself that maybe no one else has seen. Parts that are not always perfect, that carry marks of the past, that reveal dreams she didn't even know if she should share. But, above all, it's about her showing you how important you are to her. Maybe you're wondering why she didn't say this earlier. The answer is simple. Because she was waiting for the moment when she would know, without a shadow of a doubt, that you are ready to listen. And that moment is now. Not tomorrow, not in a distant future. It is at this instant that you need to decide if you are willing to hear what her heart has to say. Do not think that this is merely a chance for her to open up. It is also an opportunity for you to show that you are truly capable of being present. Because by listening to what she has to share, you are not just receiving words, you are receiving trust, vulnerability, love. And that is something rare, something not easily found. But with this vulnerability comes also a responsibility. The responsibility to care for what has been said, to value every word, every gesture that accompanies this revelation. Because to her, this is not just any moment. It is a milestone, a change, a chance to elevate your relationship to a level that few can reach. And here is the raw truth. You can choose to ignore it. You can pretend that you do not notice what is happening, that you did not understand what she meant with the silences and the meaningful glances. But if you do that, you will be closing the doors to something that has the potential to completely transform what you both have together. On the other hand, if you choose to listen, if you allow yourself to be vulnerable too, something magical can happen. Because this is not a unilateral act. It's not just about her opening her heart. It's about the two of you creating a safe space together where you can be who you really are, without masks, without barriers, without fear of showing the most delicate parts of yourselves. And do you know what's most important in all of this? It's that this revelation is not just about what she feels. It's about how you both can grow from it, how you both can build something even more solid, more genuine, something that goes beyond the superficial, the transient, something that truly matters. So I ask you, are you ready for this conversation? Are you ready to look into her eyes and say, I'm here, you can talk? Because in the end, that's what she needs. Not empty promises, not pretty words, but your genuine presence, your commitment to listening and building something together. This is your chance. Don't let it slip away, because what she has to say might be exactly what you needed to hear, even without knowing it. And more than that, it might be what you both needed to take the next step. Don't miss this. Now that you're here, listening to every word, it's essential that you understand what's at stake. This is not just another moment in your lives. It's a turning point, one of those moments where everything that has been lived so far starts to make sense, but also where everything that will come will be defined by what you do from here on out. The person you love is about to expose herself in a way that she perhaps never has before. It's not something planned, rehearsed, or even comfortable for her. It's a leap into the dark. And that's where you come in, because how you react will determine not only how she will feel after all of this, but also the depth and truth that you both will be able to reach together. You know that moment when her heart seems to say more than words. When she hesitates to start a sentence, but even so you can tell there's something there. Well, those small moments of hesitation, of doubt, are evidence that what she feels is real, that there's a lot at stake. And now it's you who needs to decide, will you listen with the depth that this moment demands? Because what she feels for you is something that changed her world. It's not an exaggeration. You brought something into her life that wasn't there before. It could be security, genuine happiness, or even the courage to dream again. But whatever it is, it transformed the way she sees things, the way she lives each day. And now she wants to share this with you. She wants you to know that the impact you had on her is not fleeting. It's something that stayed. However, at the same time, she carries fear. Fear that by exposing what she feels, things will change in a way she cannot predict. Because sometimes being vulnerable is scary. It's like opening the windows of a house that's been closed for a long time, not knowing if the wind that will come in will bring relief or mess everything up. And that's what makes this moment so important. Because by opening her heart, she's not just saying what she feels, she's trusting you. She's placing in your hands something that is precious, delicate, but also strong and full of meaning. And this trust is not something given easily. It's built over time, with details, with the small choices of each day. And now she's saying she trusts you enough to expose herself completely. But what about you? Are you ready to receive this? Are you ready to listen with the attention and care that this moment demands? Because this is not just about hearing her words. It's about seeing the truth behind them. It's about feeling what she feels, understanding what she wants to say, even when words aren't enough. What you need to know is that, as much as this may seem like a moment of pressure, it's also a moment of opportunity, an opportunity to show that you are present, that you value what you have, and that you are willing to build something even greater alongside her. And this begins now, with your decision to listen, to embrace, to respond in a way that shows you understand the value of what's being shared. And deep down, you already know what you need to do. There's no need for rehearsed answers or grand gestures. What she wants, what she needs is something simple yet powerful for you to truly be there, to show her that regardless of what she says, you are willing to stand by her side, to face the doubts, the uncertainties, the fears. Because in the end, it's not about having all the answers. It's about being willing to seek them together. It's about building day by day a space where both of you can be authentic, where you can be exactly who you are, without fear of being judged, rejected, or misunderstood. And maybe that's the most important thing you can do right now. Show her that what you have is a safe place. A place where she can open up, where she can be vulnerable, where she can trust that you will hold her hand, even when what she has to say is difficult or unexpected. This is the moment to prove that love is not just about beautiful words or grand gestures. It's about being there in the crucial moments, showing that what you have together is strong enough to withstand any truth, any revelation, any emotion. So the question now is no longer about her. It's about you. Are you ready to be that safe harbor? Are you ready to listen, to embrace, to build something that goes beyond what you have today? Because if the answer is yes, what is about to happen will be the beginning of something extraordinary. And it starts now, with your decision to listen with an open heart. She is ready to speak. But are you ready to listen? Now everything is in your hands. The person you love is ready to open their heart and share something with you that can transform what you have. This is the moment to show that you are present, that you value every gesture, every word, and that you are willing to listen with an open heart. Do not let this opportunity pass by, because it means more than you can imagine. If this message touched you and made you reflect on the power of connection and truth in a relationship, subscribe to the channel now for more content like this. Leave your like and share in the comments. Have you ever experienced a moment when you needed to listen attentively and embrace the other person? Let's continue this conversation together. Your opinion matters and can inspire others. Don't forget to participate.